So in this particular video, we are going to be redesigning this particular book cover, which is here. As you can see, the book cover belongs to Yoga for Women. Yes, the title is Yoga for Women. Now, this design is actually good. It's already good. But what would actually make it better is paying attention to details. Yes. Now, in this particular video, I'm going to show you other techniques which you can use for designing this kind of book cover. Now each type of book cover has its own technique. Yes, they have their own techniques. If you can collect all the techniques and put together, you're going to be a very good book cover designer. Yes, so watch these techniques carefully. Now the first thing you have to do with this kind of book cover is to find a correct image. Yes, once you find the correct image, then you're going to be in for it. Now the best place I would advise you to get images from is free pick. Yes, for this kind of images, for this kind of book cover, you get your image from free pick. So all you have to do is come to free pick here. Let me first duplicate this and show you how free pick works, but this is the image I want to use. So how do you get an image? You come here and maybe you come to free pick here. You make sure that you create an account. Creating an account is easy. As long as you have your email logged in, you can easily create an account on free pick. Now you'll find a free pick like this. For example, you can see this one. So you can see that now I'm logged in. The reason why I emphasize you logged in is because if you logged in, then every image you get from free pick will come with a license which you can present if Amazon starts giving you headache. Now let me show you how those licenses appear. For example, you see this is my profile. So if I click on this, you're going to see where they say downloads. Yes, where they say downloads. So if I click here on this thing which says downloads, you can see that I have an image here which I downloaded sometime back. Yes, so you can see this image. Now this is actually the license. If you look this side, you can see that it says download license. Now if I click on download here, I click on this download button, you're going to see what's going to happen. You're going to see what I'm going to get. So you can see, so as I've said, you have to download this one here. Download this one. So do not download this one, download this one. So I think I was making a mistake by downloading this one. So as you can see, I clicked on download and it has been downloaded. So if I click here to open it, you can see that it's now in PDF. I clicked on this and it downloaded this. So if I click on this to open, you're going to see that this is a complete standard license. You can see this is it. So this is the image. The license has the image. It has the image. Then it has a license type which is free for commercial use with attribution license. So this is attribution license. Attribution means that you have to credit the creator of the image. Yes, so that means you have a license which allows you to use it for free, but you have to mention the name of the person or the place where you got the image from. This is someone else's asset and that you're using to create your own, but they give you the license. So anyway, at certain points I don't even need to mention the name of the person because these images actually have absolutely no problem, but it's advisable for you to mention the name of the person. Now this is what I was saying about the license. Now let's go ahead and get our image. Yes, let's go ahead and I show you how you can get a good image to use. Yes, so now this is free pick. This is free pick. Now let's say this particular book is about yoga. So all I have to do is come here, put the cursor here and type yoga. So as you can see, I've typed yoga and you'll see very many images coming out. Now free pick has a number of images. They have both free and paid images. That's the first type, free. The second type they are paid. The second type are paid. The third type they are vectors. There are some which are PSDs. Those are Photoshop files. Then there are some which are icons. There are some which are AI images. Yes. Now what we are looking for are two things. We either want vectors. You come here, you come on this side, you look at this side. You either want vectors, let's click on vectors. Yes, this is what called filtering. So these are filters. So if I want either vectors, yes, that's first. That's number one. You can see that now it is blue. Vectors is blue here. Then I also want photos. Those are things I want to see. So I'm filtering. You can see that there are photos here. And then I either want photos or I want vectors. So you can see that photos are changing. So if I click vectors, it changes. Here I now have a filter as vector and the rest of these ones are now vectors. If I come here and I click photos, you can see that now I have photos here and the rest here are all photos. Yes, so I want to use photos in this particular book cover design. So I've clicked on photos and you can see that they're filtered. Now I have photos. Then the other thing you have to click is this license. Under license you click on free. Yes, don't click on premium, click on free. So when you click on free, it will filter and give you only free images. You can see that now free is up here in blue, and all these images are now free. These ones which I have here are now free for me to use. Yes, so you scroll through and find an image which you can use. Yes, you find an image with a nice background which you can use. All these images are free, so you just pick one and use. You have no problem with them at all. Yes, so you pick and use on whatever you want to do with the image. Now from here, I already selected my image earlier. It's this one that I want to use. So what you do is that you come here and click on the download button. After that, you go down here and click on this thing on the side, and then you select the size you want from here to download. Yes, do not download like this. Do not click here and copy or download like this or save like this. Click on the download button, because once you download from this side, you download normally, you're going to be getting a license. It will come with a license if you download it normally. If you come here and pick it just like this, you'll not get any license, and when you have a problem, you'll fail to get the license and you may get thrown out of Amazon. So that is one of the that's one of the ways to get an image for your book cover. So you use free pick the very same way I've done it here. Now I'm not going to download this because I already have it downloaded, but all you have to just click on this thing and pick the size you want, and I advise you to just pick this medium one because it is good enough for you to use. Now I already have my image which is loaded up here. I already have my image and it is loaded up here. Yes, so my image already loaded up here. Now all I have to do is just start using it, and to start using it, all I have to do is come here on the page and open. I've already showed you how to do these things, these steps, in the first video. Now when I reach here, the first thing I have to do is to click on the image and make sure it falls on this page. Yes, make sure the image falls on the page like this. After this, from here I'll have to extend the image. Yes, and extend it so that the background of the image becomes the background of my book cover. Yes, as you can see what I'm doing. So you keep on extending the way you want. Yes, for example, you see the way I've extended, that is the way I want it to be. Yes, so that is the first thing you have to do. Extend the image to a certain point like this one. Yes, after extending, and make sure that it has covered the whole page. It has covered the whole page. Now from here, all you have to do is go ahead and duplicate this image. Yes, so to duplicate, all you have to do is come here, come on it and click on it. Make sure it is highlighted like this. You see these things, these dots on the corners and on the sides. These are the dots to show that it has been highlighted. After it has been highlighted, you go ahead and click on this button here which says duplicate. So click on it. You can see that it has been duplicated. Yes, after it has been duplicated, you go ahead and click on this thing which says position. Yes, click on this thing which says position. The reason why I'm clicking on position is to find the layers. I want to see how these two images, the ones I've just duplicated, are arranged. So all I have to do is click on position, then come to layers. From layers, you can see that there are two images here, 1 and 2, the original one and the new one, the duplicate one. Now I want to remove the background of the original, so click on it, then go ahead and click on, make sure it is highlighted here, click on edit photos, then from here go ahead and click on remove BG remover. Click on BG remover and remove the background. Now if you don't have BG remover, go ahead and use other means to remove the background. Find a way to remove the background. You can use other website. The other website I always show you in my other videos. Yes, so the background of this first one has been removed. Now all I have to do is come back to the layers, position, layers, and you can see that this layer has no background and this layer has a background. Now I need to put the two of them together like on the same line. Yes, you can see that this image is jumping from the other one, so I'll just move it such that it's aligned with this one. So you can see now they look like they're aligned together. So if I click on the sides and I come back and click on it, you can see that it looks like it is one image. Now from here, all I have to do is go ahead and click on photos again. First click on position, then make sure I select the one which is at the bottom, the one with the background. Click on it, make sure it is selected, and then go ahead and click on edit photos. Yes, after that you go ahead and click on any of these. Yes, actually no, you don't click on this. You go ahead and look for down here, you look for effects. From effects you click on this, and then you click on duotone. You click on this duotone, click on it, and then you change the background of this. Yes, you change the background. So all you have to just click on one of these things, pick any of them, maybe I'll pick the first one, so the second one here, I'll just click on it. You can see the background has been changed. Now from here you can change the background more if you want. So just click on these highlights. There's highlights and then there's shadows. So shadows are these things down here. You see this pink, These ones are purple. These are the shadows, and then the background is this one, which is somehow pink or reddish. So just click on this to change the background, then you move it around to make the background dark the way you want. So you can play around with this the way you want. Yes, play around with this the way you want and find your own unique background. Yes, so you play around with this until you find maybe a darker background or the kind of background you want. So I'll leave mine there, around there. After that, I'll go ahead and click on it again. So continue, come back to duotone, then click on this and try to change this as well. So make this a bit lighter, try to change this, move it around. You can even change this, the color of this, to any color you want. Yes, so you move it until you find the color that you're looking for. So I think that is good. I think this is good, and I'll leave it there. Then I can go ahead and click here, click on position, layers, select this. Now this is the other technique. The other technique is to make sure you select the one on top, select the image without a background, and click on edit photos. Then from here you go ahead and click on this thing that says shadows, click on it, and now here you have to just pay attention to details. So from here you can go ahead and apply some shadows on this image. So all I have to do is click on this. I want this, let me try it out. You can just try it out and try to see which one actually works. So if I click on this drop, you can see that it has moved it backwards. Then if I click on blur amount, try to reduce the blur amount, you can see what is happening. So I don't think I like that, so I'll just move it back, or I'll just remove it. Maybe try this glow and move it back, then try to change the glow effect to maybe green, change it to a bit green. So from here you just play around with the color, you play around with the color until you find the correct one, the one you want. Yes, so if I leave this one here, it will be too big, so let me just try to blur again. No, don't move it there. Then I try to change the angle, or even the distance, or the size. Change the size. Just play around with it until you find what you're looking for. So you try to find what you're looking for. Now I want it to be actually that size. Yes, that size is enough for me. Now I'll remove this. Now I can see that my image is now popping on this image is now sitting very well. The next thing I have to do is to make sure I lock the two images together. So all I have to do is come here, click on position, then click on this first image. Yes, then click on shift, hold shift and click on this second image. So you can see now both of them are selected. After this, you go ahead and click on this thing that says group. So you group the two of them. So you can see now the two of them are now one. So they are one. Now I'll try to move it this side because I don't want it to be extremely on this side only. So I'll just move it a little like that. So I'll move it a little like that. After that, I'll go ahead. You can see that this other line has disappeared, but I want it to actually appear. So all I have to do is click on position, make sure it is selected, actually ungroup from here. So if you want to actually make some changes later when you've already grouped this background, you can go ahead and ungroup it from here. All you have to do is click here and then you click on ungroup, which is here. Click on this dot and click on ungroup like this. Click on ungroup and you can see that now I have these two layers back. Now like right now I want to make a change. The change I want is that I want this line to have another color. So I'll just select this one, select it alone, go ahead and click on edit photo, then go ahead and click here and find duotone, which is here. Click on duotone. After that, you go ahead and click on this. It's now changing this one. I don't want to change that one, so I'll just bring it back. Go here and actually select another background. Select the correct background, which is this one, the background. So click on this. Make sure you come to edit. Go ahead and look for duotone. Then you can change these shadows. Click here and change the shadows. So I'm changing the shadows. Try to change the shadows. I can move this to try to change the shadows the way I want. So I can even just, if I don't want to go through that, all I have to just pick what's already done for me here. Just keep on clicking through and try to find what is good for me. So I'll click through. So as I've said, you can just keep on clicking through and even try to change this. If it changes intensity, you can see that the intensity also keeps on changing. So I can decide to leave it there. Maybe if I want this, I can leave it here. If I don't want this, I can continue tweaking until I find the correct color that I want. Now from here, all I have to do is make sure I lock them again. So as you can see, this one, I'll just click here, put my hand on shift, and then lock it here, and go ahead and click on group again. Now you can see I have it as a background of itself. Now the next thing I want to do is to write the title. I start for yoga for women, so I look for a good font to write yoga for women. So to get font, all I have to do is click on this text and make sure I pick a font which is down here. So I think I like this one. I'll not go through in searching. You can search through here to find the font you like, but I think I like this one, so I'll just click on it and make sure it comes here. So every font, most of these fonts come when they're already grouped. So the first thing you do when you drop a font like this is to ungroup it from here. So just click on ungroup, and you can see that it has been ungrouped. Now I can move this up like this, and then change this to yoga, change that to the word yoga, then change the color maybe to white. Click here, highlight it, click here, and change the color to white. Yes, then extend it up to the line, up to the margins, extend it up to the margin like that, yoga. Then here now I can write for women. Just highlight the whole thing, click on caps lock, then do for caps lock women. Yes, so you can see now I have yoga for women. So then I'll have to change this to white, change the color to white like this, change it to white like that, and move it a bit like this. Now you can see what I have here. So I have a complete title. Now there are very many things I can do to this title to make it different, but for now let's first lay out the format of the title the way it's supposed to be. Now from here, all I have to just click on this and bring another text box here. Then I can write what I have here: 10 daily exercise to keep fit. So I'll just write that: 10 daily exercises to keep fit. So that is what I have here. Now, as I told you earlier, you cannot use Canva Sans. Don't use Canva Sans. It is big, bulky, and it looks weird when it is on a design. So you try to click here and change the font to another different font, to a different font which actually looks better. So let me try this. You keep on trying fonts, try to see which one is actually good. So I'll remove this bold first. I think this is actually good, so I'll first move this, enter. All I have to just hold here and try to reduce to see what will happen. So I can have it like this, the way you're seeing right now. So I can have it look like this, but it won't be nice because there are certain words I'm looking for the reader to focus on. The first word is yoga, then the second word is this 10 daily exercise. I want the reader to focus on these specific words. So that means I have to make this 10 daily big. I need to make it bold. So to make it bold, I need to change the font. I need to make its font different from these other ones. So to make the font different from these other ones, all I have to do is duplicate it first, then remove things from it, remove the other part of the text like this, remove all the other parts of the text. Then I'll be left with this is what I'm left with, this. So I click here and I click on backspace to move it up like that. After that, I change the font of this to something else. So I'll change it maybe to this font. It's called ITC. So I'll come here and type ITC. ITC what? It's called ITC BAU. ITC BAU. This one. So I'll just try to change it to that. Apply this font. So I'll try to apply this font on these things. This other font is called what? It's called ITC Motor. So ITC Motor. You can see it's called ITC Motor. So I'll click here and apply this ITC Motor. You can see that. So this is the one I want. Now all I have to just remove this, delete that, then put this left align this and move it like here, then move this up here. Yes, move it like up here, and then move this here. So we'll make it like this. Try to align them on this line. Even reduce this a little, and try to align them, put them on this line like that. So this is what I have right now. This is what I've come up with. Now you can continue. As you can see that the background is too bright, so I don't want the background to be bright. I want it to be a bit darker. So all I have to do is click here, click on position, and then ungroup this again, ungroup this, and then highlight this, click on edit photos, then duotone, and then try to make the background darker. Try to make it darker, a bit darker. So click here, try to make it darker like that, like this. So I think this is more appealing. Yes, this is better for me since I want to just use this. So this is the background I want, and you can see that it actually looks more better. It looks better because it brings out this. Now from here, all I have to do is add the name. So click here, duplicate this, and get this, and the name is Banky. So I'll just add Banky here. So I'll add Banky here. So I'll bring it here, just put it around here on this line, Banky. So that is the author name, so Banky. And then maybe I make it bold, make it a bit bold, and leave there Banky. So you can see now, yoga for women. Now this is a complete book cover. Now what I'm telling you is that you should look at the technique when you're doing this. Look at the technique that we have used during this book cover design. Take the technique seriously. Don't just copy what I've done. Take the technique seriously, and then you'll be good at designing any other book cover. Now this is getting too long. I'm going to stop it here. And yeah, as you can see, this book cover is now good. We can still do more to it. You can go ahead and do more to it using other techniques which you have learned in the previous videos. Add more things to it, but this is the basics. Yeah, so let me stop it here.